It's freezing over here, and by freezing I mean it's literally freezing. As you can see, the temperature over here is 30 degrees, which is below freezing point, and that's not it. 30 degrees is what it's showing, but it actually feels like 21 Fahrenheit, which is almost equivalent to -6 or -7 centigrade. And the reason I'm complaining is because just a few days ago I was in Las Vegas, where the temperature was in high 90s. I miss that. Our trip to Las Vegas was so much fun. We were there for almost like 8 to 9 days, in which we did shit ton of activities. It was an amazing and a beautiful trip where we made so many memories. Yet still, it was a beautiful trip, but not a perfect one. And the reason it wasn't a perfect one is because we faced a few difficulties here and there. Though it was our second time going to Vegas, yet still I wish I would have known a few more things before going over there to make our trip even better. And this is the reason I'm making this video, so that I can share 5 important things with you, so that when you are planning your trip to Vegas, you should know about these 5 important tips or tricks or whatever you want to say to make your trip perfect, man. And also this video is for the future me who's watching this video. I know you have a flight tomorrow to Las Vegas and you haven't planned anything because that's how you are. But hey, please watch this video complete so that you don't repeat the mistakes that I did when I went there. Thank you. The first thing that you need to know is about the timeshare presentation, because my dumb ass attended 2 of them. Right now we are on our way to attend the timeshare presentation. We just attended another timeshare presentation. That means on this trip we were scammed twice to attend this timeshare presentation. The first timeshare presentation that we had to attend was because part of this trip was a timeshare package deal. While staying at one of the Hilton property at somewhere else, I was offered this amazing, awesome, glorious package of 3 days and 2 nights in Las Vegas for 200 and some bucks. And I was like, wow, in Las Vegas for 200 and some bucks, let's buy it for 3 days and 2 nights, which was a scam. It was only 2 days and 2 nights. And the reason I'm saying it's 2 days is because they consider check-in day and check-out day as separate days, whereas it should be one. If you normally check into a hotel, it's a 1 day and 1 night kind of thing. Anyways, that's one. And second, they throw you on a property that is far, far, far away from the strip. And if you're going to Vegas and you're not on the strip, then why even go to the Vegas? The second timeshare presentation came upon us from nowhere. After checking in from the front desk, we were going to our room in the resort, Excalibur, and all of a sudden we were stopped by these front desk or side desk people, and they were like, hey, you're new over here, where you came from? Do you want a free show? Do you want this and do you want that? Technically, they lure you in saying that they have something free to give it to you, but it's not free. But at that time, we did not know, so we were like, yeah, give us something free. And before signing us up for something free, they signed us up for another tour of a property. But again, it was a timeshare presentation. And the reps of this timeshare presentation tried to sell the shit out of us. I tried every tactic in the book to say no, but he tried every tactic on this planet Earth to try to sell me a timeshare. They make it sound like they are selling you the best deal ever on this planet Earth, and if you do not take it, you're the biggest loser of this planet Earth. Regardless whatever they say or do not buy a timeshare presentation. In fact, do not even go over there. Try to avoid the reps who will try to stop you in the lobby of the resorts or the hotels or whatsoever, saying, hey, do you want something free? We can give you something free. All you need to do is give us your name, your this and that, and then, hey, it's just a small tour. It's not a tour. It's bullshit. Completely wastage of your time, so do not take it. Take my words. I learned my lesson, because on the one trip, I took 2 presentations. Now let's talk about point number 2, which is about why don't you subscribe to this channel? I see you have been watching this video so far and you're very interested in this video. Why don't you drop a like and subscribe to the channel? I mean, all of my content is pretty good. I'll appreciate if you like and subscribe. Thank you. And now let's actually talk about point number 2, which is about the activities of Las Vegas. There is a reason why Las Vegas is called the playground for adults. Yes, the playground for adults, because it's filled with so many activities that even if you stay in Las Vegas for months or years, you will still not be able to cover all of the activities. But a few activities that I will definitely recommend you guys is, one, go to a club on a weekend. A club like Hakansa or Omnia, they are amazing and they have amazing DJs. Second, go to a rooftop bar or an observatory deck and see Las Vegas from the heights, like the complete top of the world. Third, you can rent a sports car and drive like kings on the roads of Las Vegas. And if you don't like the roads, you can rent a sand buggy and go into the sand, the dunes of Las Vegas, and drive your heart out over there. And fourth, if you like nature, go to Grand Canyon and have fun over there, where you can kayak, you can camp, you can go for a visit, and you can do much more over there. But one thing that you need to know about all these activities is that none of these activities prices is fixed. You can always negotiate. I learned it because I negotiated the price point of my trip to Grand Canyon and I got a discount. Is that your best price, or can you do us a little bit more as our birthday present?
Whose birthday?
It's mine.
What?
22nd September.
I believe you. So, how old did you make?
How
old?
30.
Dirty 30. It's only because it's your dirty 30, okay? I can go down $10 more. I'm 32.
Gotcha.
Done, okay, we'll take that. Now, before we talk about point number 3, let's change the set of the lights of this room. So count with me. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Much better now. Now let's talk about point number 3, which is about the food. Vegas has all kind of food, and by that I literally mean all kinds of food. Anything that you can think of, Vegas has that, from Asian, Japanese, Indian, American, Brazilian, anything that you can think of, Vegas will have it. All the way from a meal that will cost you less than $10 to all the way to tens and hundreds of thousands for just one meal. But a few things that you need to know about the food is that any restaurant you go to, especially the fancy kind of restaurants, you need to call them at least 48 hours ahead of your dinner, lunch, breakfast, or whatever it is, just to reserve your spot, or else you will not have that fancy dinner that you promised to your wife or girlfriend. Second thing about the food that you need to know is a lot of places have dress codes. So before going to that place, while making your reservation, do ask them if they have any dress code or not, because if you're not wearing the proper clothes, they will not entertain you. Third, Vegas has a lot of drinking spots inside the resorts and outside the resort. Drinking is everywhere. You can find your drinks anywhere and everywhere, and you can drink them anywhere and everywhere because Vegas has an open container policy. That means you can carry your drink to the streets, to casinos, to your rooms, anywhere you want, you can drink your drink. But let me tell you one thing, buying a drink inside the resort will be 2 or 3 times more the normal price as compared to buying the same drink outside the resort. My recommendation is, if you want to buy a drink, buy it outside the resort. Fourth thing about the food is that if you're trying to find the best value for your buck, try the resort buffets. Every single resort has a buffet, and that's the best deal you can find for your dollar. For literally 25 to 30 bucks, you can have all you can eat, experience all kind of food in that buffet. Personally, I have never tried it, but I have heard a lot of good things about the buffet. So any resort that you're staying in, recommend buffets. So go enjoy some buffets and have some fun. Fourth point, which is a very important point, is about the resorts or the hotels that you will be staying in. So let's talk about that. Number 1, try to find your resort or a hotel on the main strip, on this 3 to 4 mile of a strip, because that's where all the fun activities are. Number 2, resorts are pretty cheap on this strip. The reason is because all the resorts want you to come and stay in the resort for less price so that you can spend more money on all the other activities that that resort gives you. Number 3, some of the cheapest resorts that I can recommend you from my personal experience are Excalibur, Mandalay Bay, Luxor. They are right on the strip and are super cheap. Like, you can literally get a night in that resort for less than $80, and that $80 includes the resort fees. Number 4 point about the resorts is that you can have an early check-in in case like you are leaving from one resort and want to move into other resort, or your flight was early and you came to Vegas a little bit earlier than your check-in time, which is usually around 3 to 4 p.m. But if you go to the front desk and ask them that, hey, if the room is available and if you can early check-in, there is a 90% of a chance that a resort will give you an early check-in. Like, I checked in at 11 a.m. and just like that, with a little bit of the negotiation, we got early check-in. Nah, just kidding. They gave us a room. We just showed up at the desk and we were like, can we have the room early? They gave us a room, and now we are up in our tower. And in case if they don't allow you to early check in into that resort and you have your luggage, you can check in your luggage so that you don't have to drag that on the strip while waiting for your check-in time. So yep, resort tips are important. Keep that in your mind. Number 5, which is the last point, the last tip and trick, is my personal recommendation and advice and my personal story for you guys that how your trip should be. So let's talk about that. First, I will recommend you to get a room at Luxor or Mandla Bay or Excalibur. These 3 are my personal favorite resorts. Get a room in one of these resorts because these resorts are right on the beginning of the strip. Then once the room is done, plan one day to explore all the strip, like all the resorts. I know you cannot explore all the resorts, but try to explore the Bellagio, the Venetian, the other resorts that are down the strip. They are amazing, they are huge, they are fun. And if you are planning a whole day for exploring those resorts, let me tell you, wear comfortable clothes, especially comfortable shoes, because that's a lot of walking. The third thing I would say from my personal story, either you are on a budget or you are not on a budget, you should have a fancy dinner in Las Vegas. And by fancy, I mean on the top of some roof bar, either the roof bar in Mandla Bay or at top of the world in Stratosphere. Fourth, after the dinner and all these things, at least one of your day, you should go and have a trip to Grand Canyon. Visit Hoover Dam, visit Grand Canyon. Even if it's a day trip or tour, you are going to love it. That's an entirely different world, entirely different vibe, and you will love every single bit of it. And other than that, just do whatever you want. Do lots of activities, drink a lot, eat a lot, go do parties at the clubs, go to the Fremont Street, have shit ton of fun over there. Just enjoy the trip and have fun. Make as much memories as you can, because you might not be coming back to Vegas someday soon, but you will definitely be talking about the memories that you made in Vegas every single day with all your friends and family. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and share it with the friends and family who are planning their trip to Vegas. And I'll see you in the next video soon. Oh, and yeah, by the way, how was my voice quality? You know why I'm asking? Because the mic was never plugged in.
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup.